Good morning, everybody. How is it going? We're playing a little bit more of Save the Keeper, mostly because I've had a very busy day and I have not had a chance to record something else. Now let's go ahead and get into that in a second, but I also want to quickly talk about the game. So, Save the Keeper is a game I've been playing quite a bit of. I think it's a lot of fun. I also believe I have optimized it to a point where the game is actually kind of completely broken. As in, I just don't think it is possible for Timbersaw to lose as long as you play him properly. Like, I think Timbersaw is legitimately so broken that the hero cannot lose. So, kind of hoping to show that off maybe a little bit. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, let's get into it, shall we? We went to get our new cat today, right? Like, we got a new kitten. I posted pictures on, like, Facebook and shit, Twitter as well. Right, so if you want to take a look, you can look there. And we got that kitten from eBay. From, a family that had a cat that, had kittens. And we went there before to take a look. And then, today we went to pick up the cat. And so we go there. And nobody home. Right? And that's already just like, wait a sec. Seriously? Nobody home? Yep. But the thing is, like, I thought to myself, okay, this lady kind of told me that she needs to be home at 12 and we're here at 11, which is when we made our appointment. So maybe she just, like, forgot? Or, like, I don't know. But she said she's gonna be home by 12, and honestly, the drive here is 45 minutes. If we wait an hour and then, try again, that's still faster than driving home and then driving here again. So... shit, let's wait a little bit. So we did. And we waited for over an hour until she actually showed up. And turns out, yes, she thought it was 12 and she kind of forgot. But she had to be home by 12, as I luckily enough remembered. And as such, by the way, this is like the strategy that, it's like the good shit. You just sell all of these and you just get only snipers, because the Dragon Knights are just really not that important. Come on. Can you, like, shoot them? There we go. Thank you, my dude. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, but, like, the snipers are just, kind of the better unit. Don't even know how else to put it. They're just, like, stronger. Because, they have a lot of attack range. They actually get attacks in. The tanks are nice and all, but they don't actually kill anything, which is the important thing. You want to be killing. Right? So anyway. We'll get the cat. And that was an ordeal as well. Like, you would think it's just as easy as, well, pick up the cat. Ha! Ha! Because one of the kids in the family where we got the cat from, one of the kids went to get the cat. Now, that girl, instead of, giving us the cat, putting it into the basket so we can leave and go home, she did. She got the cat, dropped it on the floor. And by that, I don't mean, like, dropped it on the floor violently, but just, like, let it go. Turns out if you do that, the cat is gonna run the fuck off and just leave. So we had to spend, like, another hour or so just gathering up the cat that was running away from us. So that made everything a little bit more complicated. You can kind of see, it's been quite a day. It's just been like, oh man. Seriously, now we have to deal with this. Ugh. Quite a few times I had that feeling of, oh, and now this. Alright, I guess so be it. But hey, at the end of the day, we did end up getting the kitten. We brought her home. She's already been climbing on the cat tree. She seems to have found quite a liking to the new cat tree that we got her. Because we did go out and actually get, like, a new cat tree specifically for this, so that she and Noah have something to play with. And she's been playing with it a lot. Noah has been playing with it a lot. So I'm actually really happy that we did that. But I think that was definitely something that just worked out well. The plan was to give them a new cat tree to play on. And turns out, they're playing on the cat tree, right? So, good shit. Anyway. Okay, so he's building some Dragon Knights. It's not really too scary. Alright, me and King are kind of sharing tanks, or like sharing who is the tank. But yeah, so anyway, we brought the cat home. She kind of like looked around a little bit, pooped on our bed, so that was kind of scary. Oh, not scary, but like annoying. Alright, like it's just like, god damn it. But the thing is, like, the cat didn't know where the litter box was, which we immediately showed her afterwards. It was something I wanted to do earlier than I did. But the problem was just that the cat never really gave us an opportunity. I know it sounds a bit silly, but like the first thing it did after coming in was just go and hide immediately, making it kind of difficult for me to like go grab her and like put her in the litter box and show her where the litter box is. And we don't pay attention for a little bit and then come back and just fucking pooped in the bed. So that's great. Oh well. And then later we introduced Noah and you know, like, they kind of hissed at each other a little bit. Didn't get into a fight or anything, just, you know, they weren't necessarily the most friendly. At the same time, that is absolutely to be expected and in no way surprising, and I am not worried about it. There's obviously a lot of curiosity coming out from Noah, where he's sitting on the couch behind me now. I kind of locked him in here with me because, just, hey, you know what? I think right now it's best if it's just, you know, you and me for a little while, so you don't mess with the cat right now. Yeah. But, yeah. And here I am. And here I am. So it's been kind of a long day. Right? A little bit. Not like a crazy long day. It wasn't like anything difficult was going on. But it was just a little bit annoying at times and all of that. You know what I mean? Anyway. These snipers are actually starting to do some serious damage. We may need to pick up a little bit of an item sooner rather than later. What is the best item to buy on Timbersaw right here? Well, it's quite a few choices. I think going for just a casual stout shield is generally a good idea. It blocks a lot of damage this early on. You can see these snipers. Yeah, well, they do hit pretty hard, actually. But, you know, stout shield, and then, like, you can get a Vanguard or something like that. And it works pretty decently. Now, I believe, let's go in and talk about the game. I believe in this game mode, there is a way to play Timbersaw to make it so that you cannot lose. That's quite a statement, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I believe it's true. Now, what is that? How do you build Timbersaw in a way that you cannot lose? Well, the way you do that is you go for 3 bloodstones. I know, that's a lot of bloodstone. But yeah, you need 3 of them. You pick up 3 bloodstones, and then with your 3 bloodstones, you get Aghanim's, Octarine, and a pipe. And with that, you'll become unkillable. Not only will you become unkillable, but you'll be able to clear out every single creep wave in every single fight without any problem. And that is a pretty good thing. Now, that's a nice thing to have going on. So, that's kind of my thinking, right? That's like my plan, my idea. How do we make that happen? Well, first we spam snipers. Almost no hero can go up against snipers properly. Snipers are incredibly broken in this game. Now, actually, let me go and start this off with like something a little bit else. I really like this game. I think this game is a lot of fun to play, and I've been having a great time playing it. I think this game is horribly, horribly broken. And are not even remotely close to like balanced in a design perspective. As in, I believe this game is something that will struggle significantly. Basically, no matter what they do in terms of like number changes. I don't know, that's probably not true. But like in its current state, it is something that something of a problem, right? It is a lot of fun to play. But it certainly has a lot of issues as well. Can I afford this? No, not quite. I would like to have the 10k sniper right now. The 10k sniper is, well, the best sniper. Yeah. It's a 10k sniper. Does a lot of damage. Alright, go ahead and sell this. And then we can sell this. And there we go. 10k sniper gonna give us a lot of money to work with. Not only that, but massive damage. Like, this guy's not gonna be very happy about it. So, there's a bunch of problems with the game, like, for example, the snipers being insanely broken. Like, they're so much better than everything else early on. If you're playing this game mode, and you're spending your early money on anything other than just spamming snipers, and maxing out the sniper as quickly as possible, you're just being an idiot. Like, that is just the wrong way to play this. Just straight up wrong. And, you know, that makes this a little bit tricky. But you can see down here, there's the lifestealer. And, you know, he's trying to fight us, but it's just not really enough. Secondly, some heroes, they're just, like, stupidly good. Like Timbersaw, for example. Timbersaw is a hero that can just tank for quite a while without any items. And that's really all you need. As long as you can tank for quite a while without any items, you're in really good shape. You're in really good shape. And that's Timbersaw. Also, if you're playing a melee right-clicker in the late game, you will never be able to win. Because Omni Knight. You need... Or it doesn't even need to be a melee right-clicker, it needs to just be a right-clicker. If you're playing a right-clicker in the late game, you would think that right-clickers are the strongest units in the late game. No, they're trash, complete garbage. They cannot possibly win, because they just get countered by the Omni Knight unit that you can buy, and then that's it, that's the end of it. Right, and that makes it a little bit ridiculous. And, yeah. There's a bunch of issues. Doesn't make the game any less fun. Oh, well, actually, no, it does. To me, it does. Like, the thing is, like, you know, feel like we've figured out a lot about this game mode. I've learned a lot about it. I really enjoy learning games. But once I figured out how to, like, beat them, it becomes significantly less interesting. Right now, we're still in a position where we can safely afford to just spend money and be fine. Oh, this is an important thing to keep in mind as well, right? It is really, really important to see how long can you go without buying, like, items. But the thing is that there's no commitment to just spending the whole time buying units. There actually legitimately is no commitment to it. Because you can just sell units. Right? Like, you can just sell these units for free. So if there ever comes a point where we need items, I'll just go and sell my units. In fact, I think we have just reached the point. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to sell these two and get myself a Bloodstone. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I believe this is the single most important item for Timbersaw. A ton of regeneration, but not only that, no, actually no, just a ton of regen. Right, like I was going to say ton of regen, all I really, like, considered for regeneration right there was health regen. And yes, that's a big part of it, but... the mana regen. You know, that's really the nice shit here. And yeah, you can see we do a lot of damage. We're gonna go ahead and buy 2 souls. Just get ourselves back to a healthy amount. Alright. And now with this Bloodstone, we can just simply be a bit more active. Now at this stage, we want to be, and this is kind of important, we want to actually be using our spells actively, aggressively. Right, running into the lane and throwing this out like this. Not just, you know, sitting back and tanking. Movement becomes important at this point. Nice. I actually had so many of those low-level snipers. It's kind of a little bit silly. This right here ends up never being useful ever, but that's okay. Don't really need it. Alright, what are we going for next on our Timbersaw? Well... Aghanim's. And then, well, depending on if we're going up against lots of snipers or Zeus or whatever, then you know, whatever it ends up being, but Octarine and another Bloodstone and a pipe in no particular order, depending on how the game ends up playing out. Right? I'm thinking right now we actually probably want to just go with the Aghanim's. So this is what I mean with there's like no commitment. Right? Like I can just throw these two out now. Like, I just have access to Aghanim's now. And I didn't have to make a commitment in terms of resources. I made a commitment to the item, but before that, I just spent my money on these snipers, and then I just sold them. And that's fine. Because the game allows for that to be fine. Is that a problem? I don't know. But that's just how it is. Right? But anyway, now we're gonna go ahead and throw down these. You can see it does a lot of damage, and then we bring them back. And then we walk up here again, throw him down again, bring him back, and the king is gonna finish it. Nice quick kill. And this is what we're just gonna repeat over and over again at this stage. Right? Like, this is just the best way to do it, in fact. I'm gonna go ahead and buy myself a little bit more regen. Don't be afraid to spend some money on that. Totally worth it. Right, and bring him back. It takes 2 cycles, but that's perfectly okay. Nothing wrong with it taking 2 cycles. And we got him. What's great about this strat as well, late game, just like, it just kills everything as well, right? It scales super well. Timbersaw is also amazing because he's got like 14 health regen at level 15, which is an incredibly helpful talent. And pew, bring him back. Bring him back. And we got the U. So this is, by the way, why we need 2. What am I saying? 2 or 3 bloodstones. Early on, we need 2 bloodstones. Because of that, we can really just keep cycling this forever. Right? Later on, we need 3 bloodstones because we need to actually be able to keep 2 chakrams going without any ever needing to deactivate them. Right? And we don't actually have enough mana for that at the moment. Why do we need to keep 2 chakrams going without ever needing to deactivate them? Because Doom is a thing. Okay, we're taking a little bit too much damage and we're dropping a little bit too low. So we're gonna go ahead and sell this again and pick up a second bloodstone. This puts us into a great spot regeneration-wise. This puts us into a great spot fighting ability-wise, right? Because we just have so much mana. I find it very funny how in a game mode where you're never gonna actually kill an enemy hero, Bloodstone is an amazing item. It's also great. If you ever die, you resurrect quicker. That does actually work. And it is actually impactful. Alright, at this point we can't just keep investing into this. Now we're gonna look what's going on down here. He's just going for his king. That means one of the units we want sooner rather than later is gonna be this fella. Omni Knight is the single best unit if it comes to dealing with right clickers. And it just completely obliterates them. The Crystal Maiden is also very good. But for now, we are perfectly happy to just keep doing this right here. And yeah, anyway, I've been playing a lot of this mode. I find it very fun. Right? Like, I find it very fun. I actually really love this mode. But you guys know how I get. If I find something I like, I'm gonna try to optimize it. Because to me, optimizing it is a lot of fun. Alright, like figuring out how to do it in the best way. That to me is very appealing. Alright, this guy is going into magic now, so at some point we're gonna need to get a hood. Oh, well, the pipe, eventually. That is what that is about. Right, like you may say, well, that's a little bit weird. Pipe. Like, why that? But you do need that additional spell resistance against a lot of Zeus's. The funny thing about the Zeus's is they are actually completely useless against Timbersaw. Once you do have that pipe, just because the chakrams cut them down so easily. There we go. That's actually a pretty good thing he's doing there in terms of like trying to counter this. Going for the chance. And that would work if I wasn't stacking bloodstones and if I didn't have basically infinite resources. Oh, I don't want to sell you, but I would like to sell you guys to get my... Oh, okay. Magic damage. You see it? And in fact, the snipers are being dropped. Huh. Cool. So I expect to see a Zeus soon. Which means for us, alright, like what does that mean for us? That we want to go for our hood. But right now we're going to buy a unit first, wait for this cycle to end. Then we sell. Then we get the hood. We have 2 snipers now. That is plenty. That's actually so much. 2 of those 10k snipers is a big investment. In fact, it's probably more than we should go for. But right now, I feel like they're just good against this what's his name? Lifestealer. Right, they're good against Lifestealer, the snipers. They're working pretty well against him, which is why I'm not changing it. It's not something you should usually do, but it seems to be fairly effective here. Okay. Somebody already died. It's always a little bit scary because... well, this is actually something I really dislike about the mode. I think the bounty for getting a kill on an enemy is far too high. Right? Like, you get so much for getting a kill. It's crazy. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and sell this and sell here. Or just keep... I always want to try to, like, keep my unit count. Not minimal? I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but, like... I want to keep my units as strong as possible, right? I don't want to have as many powerful units as possible and as few weak units as possible, right? So I want to sell like this. Always maximize this down here. Although, this is actually an important thing. Never sell if you're, like, or try to, like, optimize your unit composition while you are about to get income. Has happened to me so many times that I accidentally, like, sold one of my units that I really shouldn't have sold. Alright, you can see he's now going for a lot of physical DPS here, with the Dragon Knights in the front. Perfectly fine with me, because these guys can't actually kill me. We're also level 18 now. Just nice. 18 does matter. Okay, get this. Actually, we should be able to just afford one of these. Yeah, we're still going snipers. Free 10k snipers is actually far too much. I shouldn't be going for that many. In fact, let me go ahead and sell you and grab myself Omni Knight. Alright, that seems pretty reasonable. That Omni Knight will be rather nice. Alright, gotta keep our 2 snipers going. We really don't need free. Free is just hard overkill. That Vengeful, by the way, is actually one of the nicest units in the game. You should definitely have one or two of those in your unit composition if you're going for any sort of physical damage, because they reduce armor by 12. 12 is a lot. Like, reducing armor by 12 is a ton. So, we want to make sure we have that going on. But yeah, I think you can see what I mean with, like, the chakrams are actually just so broken. And I don't even have Octarine yet. Right, like, my inventory isn't that crazy. I've got pretty decent income here. I'm making sure I have some stuff going on in that regard, you know? But it just doesn't matter. Because, like, I don't know. I have these chakrams just cutting things down. Right, like they walk into it, and I let them walk through, and I pull them back. Throw them out a second time. And thanks to double bloodstone, I can do this all day. It's funny, isn't it? How double bloodstone is the thing that enables it. I personally find that very amusing. It's just such an absurd thing. Who buys double bloodstone of all things? Now, by the way, you want to go for some of these Dragon Knights, actually. Or, like, you want to have at least one of the max level Dragon Knights. Because they do have an armor aura that helps out all of your units. And that's pretty significant. Like, having something that just buffs up all of your shit like that. Hell yeah, I'll take that. Oh, we killed him! Will you look at that? Took a little while, but we finally got there. Okay, we're gonna go and buy you and buy you. Gonna wait until we reorganize our money here. Okay, we've got one of these max levels now. Seems people are starting to drop. It's nice. Cream of the crop is starting to shine. Now, usually these, you know, Omni Knights would be a problem, of course. But not for us. Because we deal pure damage. Right? Like, it's just like, oh yeah, that just does not matter. Because we do pure damage. I can do fine while going up against these Omni Knights and really anything else you want to throw at me. And the thing is, once he starts throwing like Zeus's at me, which I don't know if he will, he shouldn't. Alright, but they are very popular and a lot of people like to use them. Alright, but once he starts throwing those at me, it's just like free, you know, it's like not even a problem because they die so quickly. Now we want to consider actually going for another item soon. You know, just to make sure that we got something nice going on. Right now I'm picking up some healers. Again, I like having one of the max level healers. One of the max level... oh shit, I actually screwed up a little bit. Should be alright. I like having one of the max level everything. That's one of them. Why not? Alright, go ahead and cut this down. Thank you. Easy peasy. Okay, got that now. 7,000 healer. The Priest Druid. And bring him back. Again, not worried about those Dragon Knights. And we've got that one maxed out as well. Cool! It's really starting to have a lot of income here, aren't we? Alright, 1440 each wave. It does stack up. Right, like it stacks up pretty damn quick, honestly. Now, something we want to do is we want to check how is this lifestealer actually performing against our army. And by that I mean not, you know, is he doing well or not. It's just like, what is something that he's not doing well against? We gotta find a weak point somehow. And, you know. Oh, seems to be the weak point are actually the snipers. Or everything, I don't know. Let's go ahead and get another one of these vengeful's going on. So that Zeus is generally your main DPS guy. There we go, he actually got one too. Right, but like once you get those guys going on, that's when you'll deal real damage. Before that, you know, you do damage, but like those Zeuses, they really hurt. It's crazy. Alright, I think it's time for us to actually invest into another item. Right, you can see our resources are starting to run a little bit low. We're actually starting to take a little bit of damage. So to avoid that and to end up, you know, being in a position where we can actually become that unkillable thing that I described earlier, well, we should maybe get another item. Question is it going to be another Bloodstone or that Octarine Core? I think for now, just having another Bloodstone seems fine. Right, so we're going to go and sell this, pick up the third Bloodstone. Yes, this looks silly. This looks silly. It does look very, very silly. At the same time, we do have massive, massive mana regeneration now. Right, to keep both chakrams going, we need 60 mana per second. Right, to just keep them going like this. 60 mana per second. Well, we're at 59.5. And we just need to level up a little bit more and we'll be at 60. Or we get that Octarine Core and we'll be at 62. Alright, like, and that's pretty neat. That's pretty damn good. And you can see we actually killed the lifestealer now. We have moved past him. So you pick up one of these Vengefuls again. And yeah, root him up. Nuke him down or just attack him? Oh, that seems to be working. Hello, my friends. Oh, that's a lot of smaller snipers he's got there. Well, sorry about that, my friend, but not today. Not today. More Zeus, more of you. And we killed the next one. Down they go. Down they go. And this is our army. Seems blue is up next. It's going to be an Axe. Axe is a very popular hero on this mode. I don't think Axe is anywhere near as good as Timbersaw or Jakiro. This is actually a pretty... You know, Axe is solid, don't get me wrong. Like, Axe definitely does fine. Saying that Axe isn't good is definitely not true. But, you know, I feel like they have better choices. Alright. You know what? I would like to just finish up my Octarine right now. I know that may seem a little bit premature, but I want to be lazy now. So what do I mean with that? What we're going to do is we're going to put this here, and we're going to position ourselves right here. That makes it so that our king is never gonna be attacked by anything. You can see he's actually just like fine. And we can put the chakram here. Now this positioning is gonna be pretty relevant later on. Not right now. Right now it doesn't matter. Alright, but this particular positioning matters once we get to the stage where dooms are being spammed. Right? Because then that will kill anything that's ranged, and anything that's melee will leave up to the king. Right? And the king is gonna kill anything that's melee. Now, we don't need to do that right now, because we're not actually doomed yet. Right? But this is why having the 3 bloodstones matters. Because, like, we just put this down right here. We position ourselves in front of the king. We tank everything that comes towards the king by being the first unit in line. And this will kill all of the ranged units. And then that's how you win the video game. Right, and you see he's actually stopped building melee units. You can see, even though there's like so many units around here, because of this positioning, they're not actually going for the king at all. They're just not interested in him. Yeah. Hey, you gotta use that kind of stuff. So on that note, I'm actually going to buy a hood and put on the king. This is really just a safety measure. I have seen Zeus's sometimes disobey the laws that, you know, they should be obeying. And they'll just run in and fucking nuke down your king and like insta-gimp them. That can definitely happen. This hood will slowly make sure he regenerates and also will make it so that, you know, we'll actually be in a pretty good spot to proceed. We killed the axe, which is good news. Alright. And it's only Dankus Minimis left. No, actually, I'll be honest. Like, Dankus Minimis, that guy, we play a lot of custom games with him. It's actually something I realized. This game mode has actually been one of the few cases we have played some regular, like, public matches. Usually, I only play private games. Right? I only play private games because, I don't know, I want to play with you guys. Right? Like, that's what I want to do. I want to play with you guys. But the thing is that, I don't know, because I'm only playing private games, now I don't really know if... Yeah, I don't know. I always thought that, like, maybe those lobbies are easier than public matches. Holy shit, no. You fucking nerds that play these custom games with me are so much better than the public. Like, I played some public custom games of this, and it was the most one-sided stomp in the history of one-sided stomps. I mean, this right here, I would argue, was pretty decisive. Right? Like, oh, he's doing the smoke trick. Okay, he's gonna buy himself some time, but nothing significant. I mean, I've killed everybody that was killable for me at this point. Let me actually go and, you know, buy some armor. Sure. Working towards that heaven orb. Working towards that heaven orb. Oh, he's got a lot of healers. Clever. Oh, wait, there's actually a guy left. Never mind. Yeah, it's not just the Alchemist. It's also the Wraith King. But the Wraith King didn't make it very far. But this is actually experience I've had. You know, like playing with you nerds that actually play custom games with me. Actually can be real challenging. I had a really long match of this last night. That was like super back and forth, super close. Like, holy shit, man. That was a battle. That was difficult. I go into public matches, just shit stomp them. It's not even easy. It's not even difficult. And after watching this video, you all can do the same thing too. Right? So anyway. It's a fun game mode. I very much enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about it. Right? Like, enjoyed it. But anyway. Again, I just didn't have a lot of time today. Hope you can forgive me. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.